Hey Airdrie, here's your real estate market update for Airdrie for December 2023. My name is Brad Walker. I'm a local realtor here in Airdrie, and if you want to see what's changing right here in our market, watch this video to the end and be sure to reach out with any questions that you have, whether you're planning to make a move or not. And if you'd like to receive our monthly update that's specific to your neighborhood and shows you the recent sales and sale prices in your area, then go ahead and click the link below. Let us know what neighborhood you'd like the report for, and we'll get that sent to you right away. Now, this time of year, things typically slow down in our market with less people wanting to move during the winter and people having Christmas and other things on their minds. There's just less people focused on real estate at this time of year. So with that, let's pull up our Airdrie real estate graphic here and see what's going on. All right, well, as you can see here, we had 139 sales in November, which is actually higher than our October sales where we saw 124 within the month. Now, this is interesting because usually we see the sales trend down month to month until the new year at this point. And there's actually only been one other time in the last decade that we've seen more sales in November than October. So that's the first interesting thing I noticed with our numbers this month. Next, we had 144 new listings. Now this one is down from the 168 new listings we saw in October, which is definitely a more normal trend to see. But what we have here is sales that aren't slowing down, but new listings that are. So what does that do to a supply and demand market? Well, it reduces the supply, and if the demand isn't going down as well, then it could create a busier market in some segments of the market, which we're going to get to a bit later in the video. But continuing with our numbers here, those sales and new listings gave us an inventory of 193 listings to start December with here in Airdrie, which is down as we'd expect from October, but it's right in line with where we were last year in terms of inventory. Now, of those 197, 43 are currently conditionally sold, so the percentage of conditionally sold properties is going down each month, which definitely shows things are slowing down into the winter a bit. And all of these numbers did bring our month supply back down to 1.39 months, which is still very much a seller's market. But as you'll find out later in the update here, this isn't the case for all areas of our market. So some of our stats point to a slower winter market, others show hints of things picking up. So let's take a look at pricing now and see what prices have done in the last month on each style of home in our market. Now, starting first with our detached homes, our prices here are up 0.7% since last month, now at a benchmark price of $614,700. Now, even though portions of this market are slowing down a lot right now, the under $600,000 detached market is strong enough to keep that price trending up at this point. You're going to get some more details on that a little bit later in the video. Now, we did see an average sale price to list price ratio go down a little bit last month though, with the average detached home selling for 98.3% of its list price. This is actually the lowest we've seen this stat since January 2021, nearly 3 years ago. Now, that number being lower typically means that the sellers are seeing more value in their homes than the buyers are, which can lead to those prices moving down a bit. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Now, moving on to the semi-detached homes or those duplexes, here we saw a full % increase in our price since last month, now at a benchmark price of $481,000 for those semi-detached homes here in Airdrie. And unlike the detached homes, these semi-detached homes on average were selling for 1.9% above the list price right now. So this definitely shows us how strong the lower price points are compared to the higher priced detached homes. And now looking at our townhomes, they're up in price 0.6% in the last month, giving them a benchmark price of $356,400. And November was actually the first month since March that the average sale price wasn't above the list price. Now, granted, the average sale price was only 0.1% below the list price, but it is coming down right now from its peak in the summer of 3.5% above that asking price. And now looking at our apartment style condos, now this style has been all year stronger than the rest. Month to month right now, we're looking at a 0.8% increase in price, which brings our benchmark price now to $267,200. Now, 0.8% in a single month is still a pretty quick increase on price, but the increases are slowing down in this segment of the market. If you remember at our peak this year, they were increasing about 2.5% per month. So after looking at our pricing, everything is still increasing in price at this point, though our benchmark price can be a slightly lagging indicator by about a month or two. with some of the other numbers we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if those increases are closer to 0 next month before likely moving up again in the new year. All right, so we've looked at our pricing by style of home. Now we're going to take a look at the market activity within the different price ranges to see where the market is busy and where it's not. So starting first with our $0 to $300,000 price range. In this range, we saw 21 sales in November, with the large majority of those being condos, and we have 20 active listings within this price range right now. So in terms of month supply, this basically means we're at 1 month's supply right now. So definitely a strong seller's market here, and much more so than the city of Airdrie average at 1.39 months. And moving on to the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, here we had 47 sales within the month of November, and we currently only have 35 active listings, which gives this price range a month's supply of just 0.74 months, which puts it in an extreme seller's market with about half the month's supply of the city of Airdrie average. And now let's go to the $500,000 to $700,000 price range, and here we had 61 sales in November, and we currently have 82 active listings, which gives us 1.34 months supply, putting this range right in line with the city of Airdrie. Now when I saw this, I had a feeling that partway through this range is where things start to flip a little. So I split up the numbers to reflect the $500,000 to $600,000 price range and the $600,000 to $700,000 price range to see what we came up with. And in the $500,000 to $600,000 price range, we have a month supply of 1.09 months. And in the $600,000 to $700,000 price range, we have 1.64 months supply. So both technically in a seller's market, but under $600,000 price range is definitely much more strong than above the $600,000 price point. All right, now moving on to the $700,000 to $900,000 price point. Here we saw just 7 sales in November, but we have an active inventory of 38 homes, meaning that this range has a month's supply of 5.42 months, and that takes us out of a seller's market, beyond a balanced market, and right into a buyer's market in this range right now. And beyond $900,000, it just gets more slow. We had just 4 sales above $900,000 in November, and we have 25 active listings, which gives us 6.25 months supply in the luxury over $900,000 price range. So from what I can tell from the numbers and from being out in the market, the $600,000 range right now is kind of the turning point from very busy seller's market to slower market, and the higher you go, the slower the market gets and more into a buyer's market you get. So now that we know some of the numbers, where do we go from here, and what are we going to see in the new year? Well, my Airdrie market predictions for 2024 video will be coming out later this month, where I'll go into what I think we're going to see next year in our market. But for now, I think we'll probably continue to see some of the same here in December, with those eager buyers ready to jump on the right home when it comes up. But into the new year, I'm thinking that things are likely going to start to change a bit. But I'd love to hear from you guys on this. Comment down below what you think we're going to see on our market in 2024. We can compare that to my video later this month. And don't forget, if you want to receive the monthly report for your specific neighborhood with those sales prices right on it, be sure to click that link below to receive that. It never hurts to know how much your neighbors' houses are selling for each and every month, even if you're not planning on selling anytime soon. And again, my name is Brad Walker, your local Airdrie Realtor, and we'll see you in the next video.